I mean, throughout my career, when I was like at the peak of popularity and being world champ, well, especially the gold medal, right? That puts you on the global stage, right? And I remember a reporter asking me like, "Will you ever consider becoming a politician?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, okay." So what do? They run with it. Oh my gosh, Oscar wants to run for president. Da, da, da. I don't think I would ever consider. It's a lot of work. I mean, if I thought boxing was work and the mass singer was work, I mean, being a politician. And anyway, I think I have too many skeletons in my closet, so I'm okay.
Well, we have an ex-reality TV star as the president, so stranger things have happened,
You
right?
never know.
What about, you sign people now as a fighter? Like, what do you look for when you sign people as fighters today?
I mean, every fighter that, let's say, approaches me, a boxer, I always look for like the whole package, and that whole package is okay. Your personality. Are you accessible? Are you fun? Are you like accessible to your fans? Because that's very important. That's key to being successful, to being a star. Because every fighter can fight inside the ring, but it's what you do with it outside the ring. Do you love doing charity? Do you love just having a good time and being amongst your fans? All that matters. So I try to look for the whole package. It's attitude, the fight inside the ring, and yeah, and your outlook on life, basically. Like, are you a happy person? Are you an angry person? All that comes into play.
What about your own son? You're a father, proud father of six. Your own son,
Yeah.
Devin, followed in your footsteps. Like, is that good, or are you nervous? I mean, he has a lot to live up to.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. So yeah, my son Devin, who actually wanted to become a fighter, I said, okay, let me think here. When when has an elite fighter's son ever made it in the sport, like after you? And I'm thinking, my gosh, all the pressure that he would have to endure, the comparisons. What if he doesn't live up to it? That's a lot of pressure for a kid. So I thought to myself, okay, let me take him to the gym. When he was like 12, 11 years old, I took him to the gym and I had him spar inside the ring. That's boxing in the ring. And I put him in with a kid that had experience. And I told the kid, punch him in the nose. Just give him a good one. Just punch him in the nose. It'll be okay. So they're sparring, and the kid punches my son in the nose. The bell rings. My son comes back to the corner, and he tells me, Dad, I don't want to box anymore. I don't like this. So my plan worked.
Your plan worked, right?
My plan worked. I didn't want my sons to become boxers.
Well, we have a lot of listeners of this podcast that absolutely love The Masked Singer, and it's a huge cultural phenomenon. But
My
there's a lot of
gosh.
right. It's one of the greatest reality. I call it a reality
It
show,
is
but
the best. It is so this year's Mass Singer. I saw characters that you are like, oh my gosh, like how can they sing like that? It's their voices are just beautiful. This year is like probably by far the best year ever.
Paparazzo, or I don't know if that's the exact name, but the
Yeah.
one with the tie to Robin Williams, who I have no idea who that is. Like that voice is. I was like, oh my god.
Jesus, I'm like, wait, what am I doing here? Wait, I just have a Grammy nominee. I didn't win.
Well, you're here, so you're in the ring, as they say.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's one of the greatest reality TV competitions of all time. But there are a lot of reality TV
Sure.
junkies that are listening to this podcast who watch Bravo and Housewives. Well, there's also a lot of listeners that love keeping up with the Kardashians. I mean,
Yeah.
your daughter, Atiana, with Shanna
Sure.
Moakler, I
Sure.
know you're very open about you have a great
Oh yeah.
relationship with Travis, and she was raised in part by Travis, and that Travis married Kourtney.
Uh-huh.
He went to the wedding. Have you ever watched an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
I have. Yeah, I have actually. Yeah, I'm one of the millions and millions and millions of people who love it. I've seen it. I think what they've done is so brilliant. It is incredible. You take a family that first of all had tragedy in their life, right? With the father passing away, and then the mother being a genius, being a mastermind. and creating this product amongst all her daughters, and just it's incredible. Like, we have to applaud them, because that's literally what America's all about. It doesn't matter like what you want to do in life, or how do you want to make money, or how you want to become famous, or whatever. It's like the mastermind behind it was just genius. So you have to give it up to them. I all the respect, all my respect to them.
Well, two of them are billionaires, so they must be doing
They
something
must be
right.
doing something right.
And you know what I think it is too is like there are so many of them that it really, if you think about it,
Yeah,
it's a brilliant marketing machine that you cannot be doing anything for six
yeah,
weeks, whatever. And if one of your family members does something, it's like you're out there working even though you're not. It is absolutely
exactly.
brilliant.
No, it is brilliant. And look, I mean, I don't know them personally, but what I'm seeing from them now is like, wow, they're actually really nice people. Like, my gosh, it's like, yeah, they're the Kardashians, and they have all this limelight in front of them, and imagine the pressure, because they're human like us. So if you take away the money and the fame, they're just like one of us. That's it. So it's like, there's, in a way, you can identify with them, but it's like I have more respect for them every single day, because to be out there every day, to put your life on the line, so to speak, right in front of the world to watch and to criticize, it takes a lot. So yeah, more power to them.
It does. We learned from your clue package you're very proud of your statue in LA. I live between New York and
Ah,
LA, so I have seen it in
yeah.
person myself. Is there something else that just stands out as like kind of a highlight of your career? I mean, there's you have so many awards and
Yeah.
accomplishments. Is there something that just is at the top for
You
you?
know, you know what? The David, the gold medal, being on top of the podium. Okay, I'm 17 years old, and I have a gold medal around me, and it's live internationally everywhere, and I'm listening to the national anthem. Oh my God, there's nothing bigger than that moment. And especially because I did it for my mother, who passed away like a few months before from breast cancer. There's nothing more special and bigger than that moment. So yeah, that gold medal is everything to me.
Does this make you want to maybe record another album now that you've been on The Masked Singer? Do you have the
Ah,
the music blood back in you?
I kind of have a little itch right now, but my gosh, I have so much going on right now with I guess my first love, which is boxing, because I'm now a promoter. I do all the big like pay-per-view fights and this and that. So I love that. That takes a lot of time from me, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Because that Grammy nominee album I cut like many years ago. There's a lot of songs that people didn't listen to, or they never came out to public. Like, for instance, there's a song that Diane Warren wrote called "With These Hands," and she wrote the song about my hands, but how these hands will protect you and hold you, but they will also knock you out. I mean, it was a brilliant song, and I maybe one day, who knows?
Well, you have done the Masked Dancer also. Now that you've done the Masked Singer, what about you actually finished fourth, so you did very well in that. What about, Dancing with the Stars? Maybe that's next on your roster.
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think look, you never know. You never know. I think these reality shows are just so much fun. And again, the reason why I did uh the Masked Dancer and the Masked Singer is because when you're covered behind that mask and nobody knows who you are, you just become like giddy. You become happy. You just become yourself, and nobody's critiquing you. So if there's another competition that requires a mask, I'm in.
Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed watching you on this. Long live Fuzzy Peas. As we wrap up, last question. Like, you are busy, you've done so much, you're an author as well. Like, is there something professionally that you still want to do just in your career?
I think I need an Oscar. I think I need an Oscar. I mean, I've done the whole Grammy thing, the world title, the gold medal. We took an Emmy for an HBO show we did back in the day. I think I need an Oscar.